I'm making a recording on the targeted individual program, government, psyops, psychological warfare, covert harassment, covert torture, life destruction program, blacklisting and directed energy weapons. So currently I am away for the Christmas holiday. I'm in Tennerife with my family and been heavily targeted from the get-go since yesterday, so I just want to talk about some of the things they've been doing. So as soon as using the police to target me before I even left the flat, waiting to get the bus somewhere, and two police cars coming past in front of me, looking at me, and then after that going to my family's, get ready and leave, and we're driving across the hills to Manchester because we're going from Manchester Airport, and there's a car parked up with the hazard lights on, car parked up with the hazard lights on in the middle of nowhere. So I knew straight away they're trying to use that to sensitise me. No one in it. Okay, so no one in it. Middle of a moor, on top of a hill. No one in it. So we carry on driving, and then there's another one later in the journey, and the blitz, and they got all the one headlights and all that stuff going on. So I get to a hotel because we're staying overnight in a hotel, and soon as I try to get to sleep, neighbour, literally the moment I'm trying to get to sleep, like as soon as we stop talking, neighbour starts moving around, making the floorboards creak and that, then puts the TV on for 2 hours. So this is the sleep deprivation, keeping me awake with the TV. The TV on for about 2 hours, so then I get a very shoddy night's sleep. So this morning, go down, and they're there looking at the phones and all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Go to the airport. As soon as I get to the airport, they have an ambulance parked up where the taxi stops. Like, parked up, and they're just looking at me, in the ambulance. So it's like, I know full well that's there for me, because that there, I've been targeted by corrupt members of the NHS since 2014 in this programme. The ambulances are something they use for the noise campaign, when they use the sirens and the flashing lights, especially the sirens, to target you. They used to drive past, still do sometimes, but they drive past, horn, or they change the siren's noise. So, I know full well what's going on. So go through the security and get on the plane. So something they've been doing every time for the last 3 or 4 times when I'm flying is they'll have someone behind me pushing my chair. So once again, this flight's no exception, and they always have people around me coughing and stuff like that, and they like to say subliminal insults. So pushing my chair, and whenever they push my chair, I push it back. So they didn't do it so much this time, and I had my headphones on, so I couldn't hear them, which I guess pissed them off. So, basically, I hear a couple of people on the plane saying scoundrel. Twice. 2 people saying scoundrel. So that's how they like to subliminally plant insults in your mind or thoughts. They'll repeat certain words, and they'll talk about you in a way where it's hard to prove. So, for example, I get off the plane, constantly staring at me as well. Constantly staring at me. So I get off the plane, and, I guess they're going to target me with the police, have the police waiting at the entrance to the airport, and they had the police target me in the airport in Britain, walking past with rifles. Could be general security, that, so I can't be sure, but it happens a lot. They'll always have the police in the airports near me. So, go to the airport to the. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. They're no, this is bullshit. This is how they do certain things. So waiting to take off, and they're saying that the plane needs to defrost. So we're waiting 40 minutes for the plane to defrost. Now I'm an expert on aviation. I'm not an expert, but I know a lot about planes. It's been a kind of a fascination since I was a kid. And I know modern planes have technology to defrost the engines, defrost whatever's needed. So to me, them saying they need people to defrost the plane, that's a load of bullshit. I know these modern planes have the technology to defrost the engine and everything else. So that's bullshit. So waiting 40 minutes for the takeoff. So on the flight, they're doing all the targeting, and what have you, and all that kind of stuff. So we land, get to the airport waiting for the baggage, and they're targeting me again. Having these two women stood by me talking, going, oh, well, yeah, they shouldn't stand by there where the baggage is. They always like to do certain things to kind of cause a confrontation. So I guess they wanted me to say, well, I have the right to stand there. So I just ignore it. And then they start getting with the subliminal insults. They're saying, oh, he should borrow some of his mother's lotions. Oh, he looks alright staying, saying shit like that. You know what I mean? And then saying, oh, he's been recording on his little thing. He's been recording, because they're talking about me recording and making my videos. So again, wearing the colour red, and I wore it. And they're doing the hand signals, covering the mouth, all the classic hand signals as well. So, it's like, but yeah, it's like they've got to do something with these perps. So after we get on the coach, I guess they want to have people on the coach to target me. Something they've been doing as well, I forgot to mention with the perps, is they've been going like this. Like that. They've been doing that with me, and I don't know why, but again, it's like the sensitization and shit that they like to do. So, I ignore it and I yawn. They're doing hand signal, I'm just yawn, and they look mad. So, go figure. So, on the journey, very heavily targeted with the one brake lights, because they like to do that. So, exact same targeting as the UK in this place, which it always is. Apart from Greece, which is very low targeting, every other country I've been extremely heavy targeting. So, all the same tactics, but with a difference. I remember when I went to Spain before, they liked to target me with the hazard lights, which connects to what they were doing yesterday on my journey, where they had the cars parked with the hazard lights. I guess they'd told the perps here that's what they need to do. So, there's been loads of cars on the journey with the hazard lights on, parked up with no one in. So, yeah. But another thing they've been doing, I forgot to mention actually, as soon as the plane stopped, they have, the people that direct the plane in, they have him doing the one hand in pocket. He's like got his hand in his pocket looking through the plane window at me. So, these people really do go that far to target you. So, but yeah, on the journey, and they get to the first hotel to drop people off, and there's a car blocking the way. So I'm like, okay, waits about 5 or 10 minutes, then the car goes. I'm like, I bet that's going to happen throughout the journey. And guess what? It does. Go to another hotel, and then there's a lorry blocking the way. That goes, and then there's a car just parked at the junction. Just stood there at the junction, like looking at the driver, like with a smirk on his face, and the driver's getting pissed off. So it's like, eventually that moves. So trying to, delay the journey. I think that's everything that's happened today. Oh no, got to. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. So I'm just recording in the toilet at the minute because I want some quiet and don't want my family interfering with the recording. So in the hotel and whatnot. But yeah, get to the hotel and guess what? There's a police officer there, stood there. They love to do that kind of stuff. But if you're into your supernatural stuff and stuff like that, I mean, this could be the energy weapons, I guess, as well. But I've noticed this quite a lot when I'm in a tired certain mind state. I'm quite tired, not slept well. But I've noticed when I'm in this certain mind state, if I think a very aggressive negative thought, if I'm under a light, especially the sodium vapor. I know it sounds crazy, but I've noticed it. So don't quote me. It could be the weapons and stuff. But I've noticed when I'm in this mood, the lights go out sometimes or flicker. So it was quite funny. I guess they thought I'd be scared when I wasn't. So I'm just looking at the cop, so what? I wasn't even looking. I was just not paying any attention. So I carry on walking. I noticed there's people around. I guess they're looking to gauge my reaction. So as soon as I go under this street light, all the lights on it start flickering and go out for a second. You should have seen their face. They look so scared. They look scared like they'd seen a ghost when that happened just now. I try not laughing because I was like, oh, that shit happening again. Because it's happened to me a few times with the sodium vapor lights. It doesn't happen with the others, but it seems to happen with the sodium vapor lights for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, they look scared. But yeah, that's all I really want to say. And if anything happens, I'll make more recordings. So